We're talking some golf today. I'm Earl Forsey of the PGA Tour Network, joined by a couple of my colleagues. Host of Making the Turn, Peter Kessler, is with us today, and our own professional caddy, the man inside the ropes for us weekly on the PGA Tour Network, Michael Collins. So much to talk about, guys, and let's start with topic one. That would be Tiger, the return to golf this week. Michael, I'll start with you. You were there at Firestone for the World Golf Championships Bridgestone Invitational. Tell us what the atmosphere is like, and tell me, specifically with Tiger, not some fringe issues right now, what are the reviews of his return to golf?
Well, the reviews have been mixed. Everyone was very happy to see Tiger Woods play golf for 4 days with no pain, as far as we know. And that's pretty much all that we can take from it, is that Tiger Woods played golf for 4 days with no pain, as far as we know. We have seen Tiger in the past play one good round of golf and then 3 rounds of golf that would be considered subpar. The one bright spot with Tiger's game, at least last week coming from Firestone, was he birdied 3 of the last four holes, birdied 3 in a row. So it looked like, at least coming down the stretch on Sunday when he was 3 and 4 over par, that he showed some of the flashes of the Tiger of old, or the Tiger that we hope will be back out. But unfortunately, we've seen those flashes before and then nothing afterwards. So again, if we see improvement this week, that's the big thing.
Well, Peter, you know, you follow this day to day, and you know him so well, you know the game of golf so well, and I know you're an honest person. Your honest assessment of what you see right now may be the direction we're headed with Tiger.
The thing that makes me nervous are the excuses using words I've never heard before. I mean, blaming everything on wipey and sight lines and start lines, and I curved the ball more now, so I picked the wrong step. He missed all the fairways. Nobody had a worse week driving the golf ball than he did. He knew he didn't drive it well, but yet everything he said suggested that he really did drive it well, and what could it have possibly been that kept him from scoring a handful of 64s? So I thought the excuses were odd. I thought the lingo was very strange, even for golf terminology. And I thought, you know what, if another 35-year-old guy had played 1 round of golf since the Players' Championship and came back out and had the week that he had, I would have said, yeah, it was pretty good. He felt his way around the golf course. As Michael Collins said, he appeared to feel good, and I think that that was the critical thing. He feels good, so progress is now possible, and we're going to get a chance to find out right away if that progress can take place.
The irony right now is that he deserves the ranking that he has, which is weird to say, because everyone had talked about all the world golf rankings, and everyone still considers Tiger Woods world's number 1. But right now, at world's number 28, I can't see him ranked any higher than that, and I might even rank him a little bit lower.
Yeah,
and with Tiger Woods, you know,
based on how he play, it's obviously an extraordinarily high ranking and completely inconsistent with the kind of golf that we've seen him play when we've seen him play. So that's just a mathematical curiosity, but I don't think right now we'd place him as the 28th best player in the world, except Freddie Couples is making him one of the top 12, because no matter what, he said it's up to Tiger if he plays in the President's Cup, not up to anything else.
Yeah, and now he's 30th now in the World Golf Rankings, and we get the switch situation now. What's ahead? He says, because of, quote, family commitments, he's not going to play in the regular season-ending Wyndham Championship. So it's PGA Championship or bust now for Tiger Woods. How big of a deal, Peter, would it be if Tiger Woods is not around for the PGA Tour playoffs for the FedEx Cup?
Incredibly, it seems to me it's not that big a deal. If you'd asked me 6 weeks ago, I would have said it was absolutely huge. But so many guys have stepped up to play some real world-class golf. It's not just who's left and they're kind of jockeying for position, even though, in my view, there's no clear-cut number 1. But if I had to pick somebody to play for me this week and everything was riding on it, I would pick Rory McIlroy. I think he's our best player right now. But I think that because golf is so incredibly healthy, which we found out during Tiger's unhealthy period, I think he won't be missed as we thought that he might have been, even though you want him in the field.
Yeah, he might not be missed to us that are golf insiders, and for the golf purists who love the fact that there's so many guys that are playing so well right now. But to the networks and to the PGA Tour and to FedEx, who's putting up that $10 million, to not have Tiger Woods' name even in the field? Are you kidding me? You know how much money that would cost? You know what the ratings are, you can hear them. Just, no, don't go. Please don't go.
Now, well, look, we wouldn't be here doing this today probably if the Tiger era hadn't happened. Golf Channel, everything. I mean, look, sports is superstar driven. Entertainment is star driven now, and he's been the guy holding the mantle, but things do change. I mean, Jordan does retire. Muhammad Ali doesn't fight anymore. I mean, at some point you do move on. It's been now since 2008, Peter, since he's won a major, one more coming up. And what's the future? I mean, what do you expect from him this year? And what ultimately do you really think now that we're going to see out of Tiger the rest of the way?
Well, based on what we've seen and know, the expectations are fairly modest. I mean, to make the assumption that he's going to come out either at the age of 35 if he wins a PGA championship or the age of 36 and starts the major string anew, to think a guy 36 years old could come out on tour now, win 5 major championships, which means you're probably going to win 15 other events, right? You're not just going to play in the majors. You're going to play in stuff. So you got to win 15 times, say, to win 5 majors. Well, that's Hall of Fame City, a brand new career, and makes you one of the best of all time. I mean, 15 wins, of which 5 were major championships, would be huge stuff. That's a Seve career in terms of majors. That's a Byron Nelson. So that's one thing that I think is extremely iffy. The other one is, and Michael, you're the better one to answer this particular question, can you go from being one of the greatest putters of all time to a very iffy putter to one of the best putters of your generation? You don't have to go back to where you were before, but certainly have to be one of the best of your time now.
Oh. Well, can you picture Tiger Woods using a long putter? I mean, I can't.
Having trouble conjuring it.
Yeah, me neither. I can't see it, but I will say this, though, in defense of his age and where he's coming from with his game. One name, Vijay Singh. Didn't do all he did until later in life, in the late 30s, early 40s, and in through mid-40s. So that 36-year number, it doesn't mean quite as much to me as it does to a lot of other people, only because we've seen VJ do something like this before later in life. The stop note to that is the kids that are playing right now are not scared of him. The ones in their 20s, not scared of him and don't care that his name's Tiger Woods.
No offense to the long putter and the guys that use it, but if Tiger ever goes to a long putter, that kind of would be the check please moment in a game of golf, wouldn't it? I mean, he thought we've seen everything now. Well,